It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Rams and the Broncos, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 32-yard line. To the air, May. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll throw with May. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Looking to throw, May. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Jaden Reed, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. Leading them out, a familiar face for the other sideline, a guy drafted 1st overall the year the Rams moved back to L.A., and the face of the franchise really for 5 seasons, Jared Goff. Goff now looking to throw. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Now Goff. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run for it with Achane. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. To throw is Goff. Throw left side complete to Harry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Up the middle, Achane. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Goff.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Goff now to throw.
Throw caught by Achane.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 13-yard line.
Here's Goff.
That's to the tight end, Musgrave.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Back to throw. Goff.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Goff now looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Devon Achane
from 6 yards away.
And the Broncos are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the...
And it's intercepted.
Picked up by Marquise Bell. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
You see the numbers on the ground a week ago for Achane.
Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, L.A. A.J. Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams have taken the lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guys covering take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by them. And once he's by them, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And coming out now, the Broncos.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of the tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Here's Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
He can't get him down. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
So here are the Rams to take over.
They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's May.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Play action. May. They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down is May.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
And the drive starts with a run from Achane.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. 74 yards.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
This is caught. It's Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
To throw, it's May.
Man open left side is Brown. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Throwing here is May.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They'll look to throw again. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 21.
A gain of 15. First down, Rams.
From the gun, it's May.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
He finds his man complete. That's Reed. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
To the air, May.
Touchdown, Rams.
Jaden Reed.
His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Rams have taken the lead. In the second quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos about set to go on offense.
They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Rams offense and Drake May headed back onto the field. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spreading it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They'll throw with May. That pass complete to Moore.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Looking to throw, May. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And the Rams are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Jacobs.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Well, the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me,
and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd and 5. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start in Arrowhead. A big crowd on hand to see KC host the LA Chargers in an AFC West matchup. And it is the Chargers who have the lead in that one. J.J. McCarthy with a couple of touchdown passes there. From there, we head south to Texas to check on the Cowboys at home at AT&T Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Puka Nacua, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. In that game, all square as they take on the visiting Seahawks. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 2. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Flush to his right.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play that time on the catch and run. 39 yards.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Open man left side. Shaheed has it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff.
And the Broncos have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. And McPherson on for the extra point.
And that will make this a 4-point game. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The man in motion is Brown.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Rams first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's May.
This will be caught once again by Brown. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards.
Here's Jacobs.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Josh Jacobs with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams have retaken a third-quarter lead. Well, wherever he is on the field, he is certainly slippery with a football in his hands, and he proved it right there.
And normally moves like that aren't supposed to work this deep in the red zone because there's not enough space. Normally way more effective when you're working out in the open field. But here, incredible shiftiness, excellent contact balance, and he works his way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that gives him a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Here's Goff.
Gets this complete to Shaheed.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Goff.
Short throw to Musgrave.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Sliding out of the pocket.
A short throw to Musgrave.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. To throw is Goff. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Throwing again is Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Hey, kill! What's that?
From the gun on third down, Goff.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Rams are going to take over here up near the 40. So that a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
The Rams offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This offense so far on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Los Angeles.
And they go play action with May.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reed. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up a third down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake. Here's May. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Back to the running game with Jacobs.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Jacobs again, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
They'll run it with Jacobs.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And his kick is right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. This is 1st and 10.
Goff now to throw.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Here's second down.
Now Goff.
He's got it complete to Waddle. He's across midfield and all the way down to the 33-yard line.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now it's Goff. That's going to be caught by Waddle. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Goff. This is caught by Waddle. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. So that one his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. And they have got the lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown and the ever-critical extra point. So it is a 1-point lead here in the final minute of action. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. So all eyes on this Rams offense. Down 35-34, 25 seconds remaining. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. And that's complete to Brown. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Back to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. He's back to throw. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Big play looming here. This is 3rd and 7 with a crowd on their feet. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. And he missed it. It's no good. And that'll keep this a 1-point game.
Yeah, Brandon, that's a tough distance with the game on the line because you'd like to give your kicker better odds than that. Anything 50-plus, we know it's going to be difficult. And that one proved to be just a little too difficult. And now it appears it's going to cost them the football game.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off. But they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Broncos, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they too